everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Demenishki has been in a lot of drama recently. Deme has, as you know, I've done several videos on this whole thing, on the progression of the drama to the point where Mujin got involved and all these other things happened. And right now, what we're doing is seeing that she allegedly got caught again. Caught in air quotes. And caught live in air quotes. And let's take a look at exactly what happened here throughout all this. This is, of course, through Deme's official channel. We have this here, where she goes and... this is something she posted, by the way. Not something that anyone posted else. So let's take a look.
I see you bouncing, Deme. Oh no, I'm having on stream.
No,
oh no, guys. Oh no. Play the VOD at 4:54:44. She gasped putting it in at 4:55. She double fisted. 2 question mark. Nah, bro. They're not fucking real.
Well, I mean, sometimes you do have to laugh at things that are going on, but let's just see what other people are thinking. And down here, you have Twitter says this is adult content. It must be true. Example this post as containing adult content. The difference between Deme and Chibi. Deme apologized and moved on. Well, she did a non-apology. Let's just be real. That was a non-apology. And laughing towards the BS allegations towards her. Chibi still acting like the victim. How on earth people make up that she was being railed on stream? People have a wild, depraved, lustful imagination. Like I said, those were allegations that were done. Because I'm a person who stims because of the fact that I am autistic and ADHD, ADHD I think is what it's called, autistic and ADHD altogether. I do stim on occasion. Well, I stim a lot actually. I don't stim like she does because I know it shows on the 3D and I know it would kind of be, weird because the 3D catches a lot of your movements way more than a live 2D would. A live 2D, you can do a lot of movements. You can actually set how little it'll move based on how much you move. And then you can have it just be the face that does a lot of the stuff. In 3D, like what I use, you have a lot more. You have a lot more movement. And it's just, how on earth did people make up she was being railed on stream? Just wanted to say I think you're an amazing content creator. I'm glad the situation has finally been debunked. I know, Deme, you can't keep going like this. So a lot of people have actually been supporting her quite a bit. And like how she blocks anyone who brings up that she was getting railed on the stream and cucking her BF, her boyfriend in this case. When I saw the video, I just knew it was going to be a clip. This is going to be a meme in her chat now. These people got to go for a walk, maybe eat at a gyro or something, or a breakfast joint. No one actually cares if you were banging on stream or not. Your childish mean girl bully behavior is disgusting, and you're a hypocrite. The mean girl behavior, I think, is what, well, at least what I saw as more something that could be fixed and something that could be criticized a lot more than the whole being railed on stream, allegedly, that type of thing. You need to tell me how you make it your audio doesn't cut when you're loud, please. Lol, Emiok is a known blank, false blank accusations, and animal hurt, I'll just say that. Your story time on stream about the Rolex had me so anxious but rolling at the same time. That's a ballsy clip to make the soon holy S. So yeah, people are supporting and saying that, she's not the type of person to get railed on stream. Well, anybody can get railed on stream, honestly. Just being honest here. Anybody can. Deme, why you gotta live in the Philippines? You can't watch any of your streams because they're too early for me. Not surprising, those perma virgins think you were having S on stream. So let's go on to other people. It says, no one actually cares if you were being banged on stream. Your child is being girl-bully behavior, like I mentioned before. Don't think Deme is the type of person to have that on stream, like I mentioned, other ones that are just continuing here. No matter how she tries to downplay it, this is her legacy now. You build bridges, 100 bridges, and F on stream. You're not a bridge builder, you're a stream effer. But you're obsessed, move on already. Other people say you're damn creepy. You're also damn creepy. Same person who was spreading this information said the same about other streamers. You all believe them. Grow up. Turn your PC off and go outside. Don't even watch Deme, and the fact that you all listen to some creep with a weird fetish is insane. It was the guy who said she did it. Some random dude from another site. The same thread, these people are being called out, and the user literally said it was their fetish, even if it wasn't real. I didn't see that part. I definitely didn't see that part. If it's, y'all can get your jollies however you want, of course. None of my business. Way to gaslight your audience as if bouncing was really all you were doing. People are truly like flies to S. So people are, saying the things, but also getting attacked for it. Deme, I know you don't get along, but at 454, you gasp. At 453, 455, 43, you double fisted. And it says you should laugh at all of them because they're pathetic. Those fools got, corn, C-O-R-N, on the brain. I had to say it that way because of YouTube. And if they actually think Deme was having that kind of relations on stream, getting railed on stream, even when it got debunked, they still believe it. It's what happens when clowns eagerly follow as frustrated losers. This is legitimately what the allegations look like to me. It's some more damage control as usual. Accountability is not that hard. I love people calling her a mean girl in the comments, as if being Twitter doesn't automatically make you a salty bee as well. Twitter is a cesspool. I'll just be honest with you. Yes, I'm on it a lot. And that's how come I know that Twitter is a cesspool. Twitter is a cesspool. It is, you can have some very positive things on Twitter, but far and wide, Twitter will push the cesspool stuff because the algorithm likes, engagement. And the cesspool stuff does get engagement. It's just numbers in this case. If I were her, I would own up to it because you can get an army of cucks that will simp for you, plus your regular fan base. That's why they call me the Thinker. And it says, witnessing floodgates open in real time over the idea that she tried to conspicuously F on stream is kind of insane. Seeing regular R34 attraction as an artist is one thing, but running into a whole fetish accounts catching on is crazy. Damn it, don't flip with a tortilla. Admit those noises were your ass clapping because you get big ones stuck in you. It says, never let them live down the timestamp too long ass VODs, thinking they witness intercourse definitively. Continuing here, Deme dodging accountability again, what an effing classic. Chibi fan not touching grass again, what an effing classic. I don't like her either, but we gotta stop this S. It's immature at this point. Like, it was fun, but times like this needs to stop. My guy, it's a bit hypocrite, yes. Is she a bit of a hypocrite? Yes. But if you think she was getting plowed on stream for 2 hours while playing the game, you need to rethink your personal life decisions. I won't lie, it's beyond creepy finding out that someone literally timestamped an entire stream trying to justify her being effed on stream. Like, holy hell, get a life. Twitter user dodging actual research again, effing classic. Some people are just saying unfollow her. Other people say it's entertainer, not a politician. Going on here, the cope is real. She had S on stream, who cares? Most female streamers have to do this because they suck. There's no proof she had S on stream. Those timestamps can be heavily misleading and are misinterpreted as something not even, S. Why are you coping? Why are you coping that she had S on stream? Anti-cancel culture, my ass. She didn't, so just walk away with your tiny schizo imagination. So a lot of people are attacking this person here with, saying they are imagining things. They're delusional. They're still saying that she does gaslight, which, is neither here nor there when it comes to this whole thing. Another person says here, she's trying to distract from the fact that she is a high school mean girl, is a hypocrite hating NSFW over model art, yet reposting NSFW as well, has no issue using someone's lowest moment as a weapon, sucks because she knows how that feels, having people bring up her low moments with her boyfriend again. It says, my guy, she does entertainment, of course she's gonna have to laugh at you all, you psycho weirdos. Least obvious Deme fanboy, attracted to her. If we're gonna call people high school mean girls, then we should start calling you lots a bunch of loser, retarded, using that word. I'm not gonna finish it. I already said a lot of it. Are weirdo losers. Loners who probably got turned down and shunned by who they are because of who they are. That type of thing. Just people, again, fighting and infighting, and you're not entitled to have her morals correct on her own effing model. So yeah, I know there are people that had an issue with the whole NSFW thing. I never had an issue with the boundaries thing. It's just, the mean girl stuff was a big issue for me and a lot of other people as well. And the fact that she went with a low blow was also an issue. You guys let me know what you think, though. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Stellar Blade, the action-adventure game by Shift Up that is now having their Stellar Blade Blood Rain coming out soon, has, had some issues because of Eevee's look. So much so that people made in a petition to approve Eevee's design. It already passed 50 signatures. Shift Up is leaving a lot of money on the table by doubling down on Eevee's current design. Aesthetically refined character design principles translate into better sales. I think the design principles that she has is aesthetically refined. I think the issue is a lot of people are projecting their feelings of seeing kids in everything, apparently. In my opinion, at least. People are seeing children in everything, and that is very much They are telling on themselves. They are projecting when doing that, in my opinion. She has a youthful look, yes, but a lot of Asians have that youthful look. They can be freaking 30 and freaking look like they're 18, you know? So that doesn't necessarily mean that it is a child or they're trying to make it look like a child. That is very much you telling on yourself if you think that, in my opinion. Want them to keep the design. Sorry, man, I can't take your side on this. You're becoming very thing you're fighting against. It's a hypocrisy. No one's censoring anything. Players care about financial future of Shift Up, and that petition is a welcome suggestion for improving Eevee and turning the character into a commercial phenomenon. That's all it is. And all you care about is the future of Shift Up. I say this, let them cook. That's what I'm doing. I don't need to do anything. Let them do what they can so they can deliver. You don't cook when you give payment processors and moderators every excuse to censor your game. Shift Up needs to play smarter game. Now here's the thing. They wouldn't censor the game. They wouldn't. The payment processors and moderators wouldn't censor the game if there wasn't a large group of people trying to get them to censor the game. Here, that's the thing. If there were no people going against the game and trying to get it censored, then the payment process wouldn't give a damn because they're just getting money. But when you get Karens that try to censor every single game for whatever reasons, uglifying the characters, or just, changing what the design wanted to begin with, then yes, it is censorship. And it is not good. Sadly, I would let Shift Up do as they please. They're free from Sony, so they can make whatever they want. Payment processors and moderators can shove it because those a-holes ruin everything they touch. Like I said before, they do ruin everything they touch, but they wouldn't touch a damn thing if it weren't for the darn Karens that keep trying to make them do this. It says here, I saw a similar petition to this time with Eevee, has 6 times your signatures. Sure, but the problem is that Shift Up won't earn as much money as it could by doubling down on Eevee's current design. Not true at all. If they went and changed it, now people would say they were censoring her to appeal to a small group. It would help sales in the long run to not cave into pressure. Yeah, the fact is, a lot of people are talking about Stellar Blade because of all the drama, because of all the Karens that are trying to get things changed, and I think it's going to help in the long run if they continue with the ideas that they had, continue with the vision that they had, and that they don't cave to a small minority. As you can see here, it is a small minority. Man, you're running your reputation into the ground. You can no longer be upset if what you love gets censored now. LMAO, support Shift Up design, and that's the one where like more people are supporting Shift Up. Weeks of this nonsense, and he has 51 signatures. He somehow lost one since making this post. Pack it up, little bro. Censorship for adults, censorship advocates, gaming grifters, SB fans, Celebrate fans who never played it. That's the thing. A lot of the people, I'm not saying everybody, because there are people who play it and have had issues, but a lot of the people who are wanting these things to get censored are just people who are keyboard warriors, who are just going online trying to change things, and they are not going to play the game. They're not going to buy the game. They're just going to be happy that they got something changed. Shift Up should give Celebrate fans what they want, and you just keep proving you are the real faux anti-woke Yorch. Keep crying, loser. No one will listen to you, and that's the thing. I'm not calling him a loser or anything like that. I don't think he is. He's just standing for what he believes in. That's perfectly fine. But don't censor my game. That's the main thing I have. Don't censor a game that I'm going to play. And the one thing that proves it is a lot of the games that all these people are like, oh my god, like South of Midnight recently. I was like, oh my god, an amazing game, won awards, won the Peabody Award, etc. It's very likely that place will get shut down because guess what? No one played your game. When you try to tick all the boxes of the modern audience, no one plays your game because it is a game that's seen as just ticking the boxes of the modern audience and not one that's really entertaining. WTAF, the schizo Karen behind Stellar Blade petition went to NCOSE. You see here, Ebu Protocol went to NCOSE, which is the against exploitation of children, and they are saying, Eevee looks too young. It is sexualization. It is doing that for, against children, and it's doing it for, trying to pretend to be minors and all this kind of stuff. It keeps continuing here. Remember all that? However, Lily's one of the main characters. I don't remember there being jiggle physics on her. So they're continuing to double down, as you can see here. Saying that Eevee reminds me of Kaya, how similar in age they appear to be. Shift Up released a day 1 patch, censored the most revealing outfits in the game. And that's because people were just fighting too much. Never uncensored those original outfits. Holiday Rabbit is the Granny Rabbit. I think you're mistaken. Red Hood is the bunny outfit replacement. So this person just keeps going. You weren't right about anything. Lily had jiggle physics, which she practically doesn't. It was never about Lily, and Eve had different bodies. So yeah, she just keeps going and going and going about trying to get it censored without even liking Shift Up, without even playing Shift Up. Like I said before, these people don't even play the games. Created a free Stellar Blade website, highlight the censorship first game imposed. Everyone let them get away with it or deny it. Everyone also let them get away with screwing over day one PS5 fans, adding the Nuvo to a single player game. Time they cross the line, I will do everything I can to stop the normalization of S-ing youthful characters in games. So this person doesn't even like the game maker at all, and is on a crusade to try to get it fully censored. And behind the Karen behind the cringy petition doesn't like Shift Up, by the way. It's effing moron. They're denying that there is nothing censorous about demanding Shift Up to age up Eevee. That is censoring. It's censoring the original design. It's censoring the original vision of it. It's probably because they want to put in a dichotomy or whatever it is. The reason why they have the youthful look. NCOSE is, of course, against S exploitation of minors, which is a very noble cause. But you have to make sure that, number one, the age of Eevee is over the age of 18. Number one, it is an East Asian, or at least an Asian character, which also can look very young and not actually be very young. And yeah, it's like tourists couldn't get the Celebrate fans to sign the petition, so now they go to NCOSE, report for targeted harassment, holy flip-flop Batman. So yeah, they couldn't get that win to censor Stellar Blade, Blood Rain, with the regular ways, so they're going to get the government to censor it. And these people will never stop in their moral crusade. It's stupid. I don't like it. You guys let me know what you think. Kizuna Ai is what many call the Dai Senpai, or the big senpai, or the biggest senpai out there, because of the fact that she has been around for a very long time, since 2016. She is one of the biggest well-known VTubers of the early days. There are many others who are around the same time, maybe started maybe a little bit earlier, etc. But she was the one who is known as an innovator, as known as one of the first to move and do this here. From what I understand, I may be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, there were others around the same time that started with her, but she's the one who kind of made it out of that group. And today we're talking about something here, which was this that popped out from Kizuna Ai, which was something that when it popped out on June 20th, I did talk about it. They're going to be announcing the luxurious guests, as they say, of the people who are going to be a part of the whole Kizuna Ai thing. They did decide to announce all of it, and this is what we're going to be taking a look at today. Let's take a look here. Gonna move forward, of course. Well, that's Miko. That is Miko being the first one.
ちゃんと優勝目指していきたいなと思っております。
ありがとうございます。ちなみに困る5分なんかその火力の雰囲気とかおしゃべりも結構好きで、そう全然話せなかった。
There will be people from everything. There's Bancho. There's various people.
Hololive 2で消えます。
Let's take a look at every single one. Right here. Some from Niji, some from Niji, some from other agencies. I'm not gonna know everybody, I apologize. Here's one I made specifically from Niji. I think she is from Niji there. There are a lot of other people popping in. Let's move forward. Some more. Oh. And these last two are actually co-hosts for like a certain program that they have on Japanese VTubing. They do invite many people on there, so it's going to be a ton of different people there. This is the one that shows everybody here, and they are all right there. That is the full ones there, which is Sakura Miko Hololive, Morikalepi Hololive, Todoroki Hajime Hololive, Amamiya Kokoro Nijisanji, Higuchi Kaede Nijisanji, Tachibana Hinano Vispo, Otodama Tamako is Aogiri High School, Ponpoko Indie, and Peanuts-kun Indie. Ponpoko and Peanuts-kun, as I said, have a show where they invite other VTubers on there and just chat and talk and just, be comedic, like a comedic duo. They're like a comedic duo on that whole thing. The good Peanut, yes. that restore the peanut name. All guests will be joining Kizuna and Among Us 3D collab soon. And one of these things is not like the others. One of these things just doesn't belong. And just because Mikochi doesn't speak native level Japanese doesn't mean she shouldn't be here. They like the one on the bottom. Some of them look like they have an actual nose. The rest of them don't. So yeah, you have that. People making fun of it. Bancho is close to Kizuna. First time I talked to a couple of them. Kali, Hinano. So not necessarily actually assume the opposite. Them having never interacted before. Good times, fun times with Kizuna Ai. Let me know what you guys think. Valve Corporation, also known as just Valve Software, the one that runs Steam and was going to have their Steam machine, does Steam Deck, Valve Index, all that kind of stuff. All those things. They have announced recently, as mentioned before, their Steam machine pricing at $1,049 US, about 1,300 Canadian, and 5 million Australian dollars. I'm just kidding. It is going to be a lot more Australian dollars. But it is way too expensive for what it is. It is AMD Zen 4 CPU, RDNA 3 GPU, 16 gigabytes of DDR5, and about 8 gigabytes of GDDR6, so graphics card DDR6. It has SteamOS 3, and a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people down here, like, I'm just gonna mention it. This is Valve themselves putting it here. A lot of people, some people are saying, let me in. Other people are saying, I'm sorry, 1,000 plus for a base 512 gigabyte Steam machine. Without a controller, it's simply not worth it. The rise of RAM prices has ruined hardware prices. Steam machine just happens to be a good product released at the wrong time. Because, for example, to get 16 gigabytes of DDR5 is around $200 to $300 right now. It used to be maybe you could get it for maybe less than $100 for 16 gigabytes. Now it's about $200 to $300. For 32 gigabytes, it's about $600. And for 64 gigabytes, it's about $1,000. So for just for the 16 gigabytes, that's like $200 to $300 of their pricing right there. It is doubled and tripled what it was before. You also have the anything when it comes to 512. You used to be able to get those for like $50. Now the 512 is like 150, 100 to 150. That's another $100 off of there. So those things are expensive overall. Then getting your own bespoke, PC, because this is what it is. It's a PC that can play games really well, and specifically for like the console replacement. To get it this size is also expensive. From case manufacturers, things like that. It is not going to be cheap. 2 terabytes itself, I know because I bought 2 terabytes before and I've looked at the pricing. 2 terabytes is about $400 nowadays. It used to be you'd get it maybe for $200, maybe $150, depending on the brand. Now even the cheapest brands are like $400 or $500 for 2 terabytes SSD, that is. And again, if you want like 32 gigabytes, etc., that's another $600, $700. So just in both of these, it's $1,000 just in 2 terabytes and 32 gigabytes of DDR5, which is the bigger one is going to be. That's already $1,000. That's already just in basic stuff $1,000. This is giving you guys an idea. I'm not making excuses for Steam, for the Steam machine. It's not a buy. I do not recommend you buying it. But that's giving you an idea of the pricing that is around right now. And I asked Google, says, when are memory prices going to normalize? Meaningful price relief for RAM and storage is not expected until late 2027 or 2028. Industry analysts and executives point to ongoing global memory supply shortage, the AI tax, no quick fixes, community sentiment. If you're doing a build, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And like I said, not making an excuse for Valve. They have a lot of people here are saying, don't get why you all freaking out about price. It's not a console, it's a PC, not bad. Once you've been shopping for PC parts, you'll never stop wanting to beat that the person that says there. So people are getting really pissed off at the price. $13.49 for 2 terabyte model is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, you can access Steam. The performance is going to roughly be PS5 levels at best. If I'm paying out $1,300 for a pre-built PC in 2026, you will definitely expect noticeably better performance from a console released in 2020. Who's this even for? See, the thing is, the price was going to be around maybe closer to $700 before this whole thing happened. Maybe $600-700. Right now, Steam themselves have said that they are going to be setting it at cost. So this price is going to be near cost, near or at cost. They are not in the business of setting it for a loss because they're not going to move millions of units. They're thinking of moving, maybe if they move 1,000, 2,000 units, they're happy. So this is a niche product for a smaller demographic. Trying to understand the use case here. I don't see adding value to the mix. If you already have a PC, this wouldn't be something you would buy. It's only if you maybe you wanted to get into the console market and you don't have a PS5 or anything like that, then that's a good idea. Steam, I will say, Steam has thousands of games versus PS5, who, well, the last time they made a good game has been a bit. The last time they made a good console exclusive has been even longer. So yeah, same thing with Xbox. Last time they made a good console exclusive has been a while. They made good games, you know, that are on everywhere, but console exclusive, it's been a while. And here you go, to make custom, the 2 terabyte with controller. It's going to be expensive. It's overall going to be expensive because, like I said, just in RAM and memory and the 2 terabytes, that's already $1,000. Not to mention all the other chip and all the other stuff, and getting in a custom circuit board made, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it is not a buy. I do not recommend you buying it. And people continue on here. It says, thank you, users. Thank you, AI users. This is all the fault of AI. It's not the fault of Steam. It's not the fault of Valve. It's not the fault of anybody else other than AI and the memory manufacturers. When I'm talking about memory manufacturers, Samsung, Hynix, Micron, who no longer sells to the regular one. Basically, the memory mafia. They are the reason why, because instead of selling to regular people, they're selling to AI data centers, which makes it so that the supply is a lot lower for us, the regular folks, the poors over here. I'm definitely a poor, and it just makes it that much more expensive. Yeah, so if you're consuming AI, thank you very much for the higher pricing. Steam machines costing over $1,000 in its cheapest model is a total pipe dream. Without the RAM crisis, it might have had one shot, but can picture $899 for something like that, trying to compete with PS5. It's the RAM pricing. Because here's the thing. Also, you say, oh, well, doesn't PS5 and the other ones have that? PS5s, a lot of them are already made. They've been made for years. They've just been sitting on a shelf. 2, when you have millions that you can sell, you can make big contracts with the memory makers that can maybe get you a bit more of a discount. When you are small, in the sense of making a small thing like Steam, if Steam wanted to make millions of Steam machines, then yes, they could probably get it lower to $100, $200 to kind of be more parity with PS5. But they're not. Like I said, they're maybe going to make 1,000 of these. Hundreds, maybe. So when you're that low, you're not going to have the buying power that's going to convince these big mafia types to give you any kind of a deal. And that's the big issue there. You guys let me know, of course, what you think. If you were being happy about it, I was happy that it was going to come out because it was going to be around $700 is what they were expecting before. But now I would say it's strictly a no buy. Okay. At the very least, it wasn't trying to kill me yet. Hold to peek. Oh hell! I interrupted something. I definitely interrupted something I should not have. He was self-relating himself. He was pleasuring himself, I think. Binky was inside of something. Binky was definitely inside of something. I think you should do that in the privacy of your own room, not in front of me. Please, not in front of me. My eyes have been destroyed because of this. Dude, look at what you're doing. Look at what you're doing. You're definitely doing something. You are enjoying yourself too much. Holy hell. What is this supposed to mean? Thank you guys for watching as always. And of course, take a look. And if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon. All those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.